People that I'm persuading for my speech. Let me have a seat. Julian Bird is an 18-year-old who's just been in a bad car accident. He's considered brain dead by all of his doctors. After much debate, his parents have finally decided to let him go. A special team of surgeons is waiting to retrieve his organs and immediately save lives. Julian's heart will go to a 12-year-old girl. His liver, a 31-year-old woman who has experienced sudden and complete liver failure. In all, 7 organs will be used to save 6 lives. This is above the national average of about 3 organs used per donor. This is just one example of how organ donation can save lives. The list of hopeful recipients is so high, many people know someone on this list, and chances are, throughout your life, you will know someone on the list. One of my good friends would not be here today if it wasn't for organ donation. She is now 24 years old and living a happy, healthy life. In order to save the lives of those in need, it is imperative that we all become organ donors. First, we're going to take a look at the need for organs. Then, what you can do about this need. Finally, we're going to talk about myths about organ donation. To begin, the need for organs in our country. According to the United Network for Organ Sharing, or UNOS, as of December 5th, 2014, there are 123,924 people in need of a life-saving organ transplant. In the last 10 years, that list has doubled. Every year, transplants increase, but so does the waiting list. In Arizona alone, there are more than 2,400 people on the waiting list for organs, according to the Organ Procurement and Transplantation Network. Even with the high number of about 400 transplants have taken place this year. As updated on optn.transplant.gov, an average of 21 people die every day while waiting for a transplant. Every 10 minutes, a new name is added to this list, and that equals 144 people every single day. As you can clearly see, the need for organs is very high, so what can you do about the problem? The most important and the first step is to talk to your family. Your family needs to be told that you plan to donate, and you may even want to ask for consent. Some states require that your family members consent on organ donation. Every state is different, but Arizona can be done online at azdonorregistry.org, in person at the MVD office, or by phone. There are no restrictions on age, race, or health. However, anyone under the age of 18 has to have consent of an adult. You must also supply a driver's license or state ID at the time of registration. Although some people believe that you have to die in order to give a donation, this is not true. The good friend of mine that I was telling you about had a transplant to save her life, and she was given a liver by her father, who is still alive and well today. According to the group Transplant Living, the liver is a regenerating organ. It can regain 100% of the function if a segment of it is removed. Also, other organs can be donated while living, and most of the time it's a family member to a family member. Such donations can be the kidney, which is the most frequent. Remaining kidney takes over the rest of the kidney that's been removed. Another is a lobe of one lung. Rarely, but sometimes, the portion of the intestines can be removed. And lastly, portions of the pancreas. Although this doesn't regenerate, people normally do not experience problems with reduced function. As previously stated, anyone can be an organ donor. Age and race are not a factor, and medical history isn't even important. However, certain conditions, such as AIDS, can make potential donors not be able to participate in donation. Now that you know how to become donors, let's talk about the common myths with organ donation. According to the Gift of Life donor program, 90% of the American population supports organ donation. People argue that their religion has restrictions on who can donate. This isn't true. All major religions in the U.S. support organ donations. They view this as a gift of life and not necessarily a sin. Another argument is people are afraid if they get into a car accident or some other accident that the doctors won't take every step necessary to save their lives. This again is false. The team of doctors that is going to do everything they can to save your life is completely separate from the team of doctors that's going to remove your organs. The transplant team isn't even notified until all life-saving measures have been attempted. The next of kin has been notified and death has occurred. The transplant team isn't notified after consent is given by the family. Some people don't want to donate because they think that they're going to have to pay for the surgeries to have their organs donated. In actuality, the donor doesn't pay anything. According to Health Resources and Service Administrations, recipients pay all the costs, and on top of that, insurance companies cover almost everything. Finally, open casket funerals. Most people think that they can't have an open casket funeral due to donating, especially when it comes to donating skin. But the truth is, when you donate skin, it's a thin layer from your upper thigh, and almost anything can easily be covered with clothing or stitched back to completely normal. Donors can also choose what organs they donate. The doctors don't just go in and take whatever they feel that needs to be taken. Now that you know everything you need to about becoming an organ donor, why not make the effort to save lives? In order to save the lives, it is imperative that we all become organ donors. We know the need and what to do about this need. We also know the myths and what's not true. In the past 10 years, the transplant list has more than doubled. That's almost 124,000 people on the list. According to the Gift of Life, one donor can take up to 8 people off of that list. 90% of the population is in support of organ donation, where a mere 30% is signed up or has talked to their family about it. Of all the deaths in the U.S., only 1 to 2% of them have the potential to result in organ donation. Unfortunately, only about 50% of these people actually donate. If everyone who could donate said yes, the waiting list could be greatly reduced. If we all become donors, we could save countless lives.